Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. So, first things first, you know what I am going to ask you. I need your mom moments. If you keep thinking, I'll send it to her later, please send it to me soon because we are working on something else for the month of May and I need those mom moments for that. So, anyway, please send me your moments, your favorite memory, your favorite thing about being a mom, the most important lesson that you learned from your mom. You can Facebook message me, email me at nancyjoministries@gmail.com. Just get them to me, please. I can't wait to hear. And I want to celebrate your mom. I want to celebrate the woman who, helped shape you and helped mold you. I want to celebrate your mom too. So anyway, send those to me. Now let's pick back up into our next scripture about prayer. I want to go to Acts chapter 12. Acts is really the Acts of the church, and it is the birth of the New Testament church, the ecclesia, that ruling legislative body of Jesus Christ. And so Peter, man, he was a force to be reckoned with in the book of Acts, really seeing the fullness of the gospel in him. He was a new man. So I want to read, let's start just at Acts 12 verse 1 and we'll go from there. It says, about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hands to afflict and oppress and torment some who belonged to the church assembly. And he killed James, the brother of John, with a sword. And when he saw that it was pleasing to the Jews, he proceeded further and arrested Peter also. This was during the days of unleavened bread, or the Passover week. So, on the anniversary, as they celebrate Passover, and Passover for the Jews, but Jesus' passion for those new believers. Verse 4, and when he had seized Peter, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 squads of soldiers, of 4 each, to guard him, proposing after the Passover to bring him forth to the people. Pause here. Peter, one man, a prisoner, and thus unarmed. How many guards were there? So 4 squads of soldiers, of 4 each. So 4 squads times 4 soldiers, that is 16 guards over Peter. Do you think that Satan was scared of this born again man? We need to think about that for a moment. Sidetrack from finishing out our week of prayer. But Satan was so terrified of a man born again after Jesus, one who was recognizing that God dwelled within him and the spirit that raised Christ from the dead lived in Peter. Satan was terrified. One unarmed disciple of Jesus to 16. Well, and since we're in the armor of God, well-armed Roman soldiers, right? Well-armed men. 16 of them. All right, here we go. So Peter was kept in prison, but fervent prayer for him was persistently made to God by the church assembly. The King James says, but instant and earnest prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto God for him. And the very night before Herod was about to bring him forth, Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers, fastened with 2 chains, and sentries before the door were guarding the prison. And suddenly an angel of the Lord appeared, standing beside him, and a light shone in the place where he was. And the angel gently smote Peter on the side to wake him up and said, get up quickly. And the chains fell off his hand. And the angel said to him, tighten your belt, bind on your sandals. And so he did. And he said to him, wrap your outer garment around you and follow me. And Peter went out along following him. He was not conscious of what was apparently being done by the angel was real, but he thought he was seeing a vision. And when they had passed through the first guard on the second, and they came to the iron gate which leads into the city, of its own accord the gate swung open, and they went out and passed on through one street, and at once the angel left him. Then Peter came to himself and said, "Now I know and am sure that the Lord has sent his angel and delivered me from the hand of Herod and from all that the Jewish people were expecting to do to me." That power of prayer, an impossible situation, because Herod intended for the Jews to be able to, kill Peter, just like he had killed John. But God had other plans, and the church was praying. And see, those prayers changed an impossible situation. Do not for a moment allow Satan to convince you that praying is a waste of time. It is not. Look at Peter. And you have the same Spirit of God living on the inside of you. All right, we'll pick up here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.